I have to let you go in about a moment. So, it is time for the inevitable turn towards Marvel and Thunderbolts. I hope I can ask you some safe questions here.
You can ask the questions. I can
I'll give it a
Kevin
go.
can always cut off the internet connection.
Yeah, really. Your high-speed internet suddenly is gone.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird how that happened. Yeah.
Getting the opportunity to direct a Marvel movie is a really big deal, but I am curious more about accepting it from a personal perspective as a director. When you were offered the chance to direct Thunderbolts, what did you think you would gain from that opportunity as a director evolving his craft?
I think, what jumped out was, first off, the cast is just incredible. And I think like any movie with that cast, like how could you not be excited about getting to work with that group of people? And then also, John Watts is my roommate from college and we're good friends. And so knowing just what a great experience he had making those films, that's certainly, and I even did second unit on like the LA portion of one of the Spider-Man movies. So like having a little bit more kind of connection or insight into that world. But beyond that, it was just like a really different approach and a new kind of story to tell amidst that, which I know they've made so many things. But it is, it's not a sequel. And it's not, yes, these characters have appeared before, but it is a new story being told, and a story, I think, with a very different perspective than maybe people are expecting. And I think that felt exciting and felt like a real challenge worth taking on.
With that in mind, and also some of the work I love from you so much, like Beef, obviously, because we're talking about that now, but I'm also obsessed with Brand New Cherry Flavor. That is a phenomenal series. When I think about shows like that, though, I don't necessarily watch them and say, like, that guy's the right one to direct the next Marvel movie, which I actually do think is a good thing and winds up exciting me even more. So I guess what can you tease about the tone, the style, and the atmosphere of Thunderbolts that will indeed make it stand out and maybe tap into some of those things we've seen you do on screen before?
Yeah, I think in the end, obviously I can say so little, but I think it's about characters. And is there something specific to those characters that bring them together, and something that they're going through that isn't, the most traditional superhero, story to be told? And I think if you can hit that, and if you can make it specific, I think if you look at something like Beef, what makes it what it is that it's so specific on so many levels. Sonny brought so much of himself to it, Ali, Steven, everyone. And in being that specific becomes something universal. And I think that's sort of similar to the way that we're looking at Thunderbolts, is that there is a real clear take and perspective on these characters. And there's a specificity to it that in the end, obviously we want to make a big universal movie that everyone can connect to, but that you can only do that by making something that feels personal. And I think that's what's exciting about the project to us.
I like the sound of all of that. I'll dare to squeeze in one more question, because you have the unique qualities that you are going to bring to the franchise, but of course it also has to still feel like an MCU movie. So of all the past Marvel films, maybe films that you were watching or rewatching to prep to actually direct Thunderbolts, which one did you find influencing, or have, because it's still ongoing, influencing your approach to that film the most?
Oh man, that's there's so many good ones. This is going to totally avoid your question, but just because he's my good friend, I'll just pick Spider-Man Homecoming just for John, just so I don't get in trouble with my friends. How about that?
I respect
That's
that.
not going to be like our movie, but it is very good, and I hope our movie is very good.
Here's my one selfish pitch for you, because you're good friends with John, and John's working on another favorite franchise of mine of all time. You should talk to him about looping you into the ongoing Final Destination franchise, especially because Jordan's kill feels like it's in that world.
I had not made that connection yet, but I am very excited about what he's making in that world. That's great. Yeah, in college, I remember in the dorm rooms, him and Duncan and Ford would all sit around watching Final Destination all the time and talking about the kills. So I think fans will be in very good hands with John's work on that.
I've got very high hopes in him and that team.